Hi everyone, my name is Kayla. Welcome back to Kay's Hidden Shelf, where we talk about books. Today we're going to go over part 2 of my book haul. These are books that I have been picking up over the winter and early spring and wanted to share with you. Some of these will be either new or thrifted copies I've picked up from the used bookstore I frequent, or may even be special editions. So why don't we just jump in with the first one being The Eye of the World by Robert Jordan. This is a series I have been meaning to start for quite some time, and it keeps getting put to the back burner, unfortunately. I've got a set date to start it, I believe next year, now as a buddy read with some other people, Kate and Stacy, I believe, and I'm hoping they help keep my butt in gear to start this one. So yeah, this was thrifted from a used bookstore. It's still in decent condition, not ripped or torn in any way, and it's even got a little bit of art in the front there from the cover. The next one here is The Coward by Stephen Aryan. Now, I apologize if I've pronounced your last name wrong. I'm not great with that, but I've heard great things about this. I wanted to pick this up hopefully in the next month or two, as the second book, The Warrior, I believe it's called, will be coming out this summer. From what I know, it is the story of a hero who no longer wants to be a hero. He just wants to live his life, I believe. So I'm interested to see what the book is about. Again, I've heard great things. The next one is one that I'm probably going to need to read sooner or later, but I've heard fantastic things about, and that's Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. This is supposed to be a high fantasy with low stakes, just a feel-good kind of book, and I love those. So I bought a physical copy for my library just because the cover is really sweet and the concept of the story seemed like it would be something that I'd really enjoy. So I'm really hoping to get into this sooner than later, just because I've been reading a lot of dark things lately, and I need a cozy book. The next one is one that you guys have seen on this channel before. You've seen me talk about it, but I actually didn't have a physical copy for, and that is The Shadow of the Gods by John Gwynne. I had read this on ebook, and I love this book so much. I found an opportunity to get the paperback, as you can see, with a signed book plate by John Gwynne, and I couldn't pass that up. So I ended up getting the signed book plate of The Shadow of the Gods. So yeah, this one's just a book I love and wanted a collector copy of. The next one here is from a subscription service that I wanted to try out from the Broken Binding. I've never done book subscription services before, and this is one that I wanted to give a try for, and it's for one of my favorite trilogies so far, which is The Blade Itself by Joe Abercrombie. This came in and it looks, I don't know if you can see the edging there, but it looks fantastic. It's got the inlay, the gold foiling, and then the naked hardback has the spine with the beautiful art on the hardcover. So yeah, this is one I wanted to have a physical copy of, as I don't for my personal library, and I just wanted to try out a subscription service, so it worked out for that. This is also numbered and signed, I should mention as well. So yeah, just pretty books that I could not resist, and trying something new. The next one I picked up is one that is by an author I chat with in Discord, and I had the opportunity to buy a signed paperback as I wanted to try their books, and that is The Holy Grail War by Armanus R. Fenial. I apologize if I'm pronouncing the last name wrong, but yeah, I wanted to give this a try. They did sign it, which was very kind as well. And it sounded interesting. I'll just read the back a little bit. 8 years after the bombing of Area 51, former soldier Ted Anderson lives in grief. Being the sole survivor of Task Force 7, everything he lived for up to this point is crumbling before his eyes. Can his new friend save him from himself? After investigating a car crash in Boston, Cullen of the Castor's administration of Camelot must lead the single most important manhunt in history, looking for the ghost. Major McCurdy, after finding out some disturbing facts about the Castor's administration, is then ordered to steal the Holy Grail from Camelot and send the Castor's administration into vast disarray. So it sounds like there's probably going to be some mystery, some action in this, but I'm looking forward to reading this. I believe I'll be reading it with Kate at the Literary Apothecary this summer as a buddy read. So I'm looking forward to that. Next is a copy that I thrifted, and that is The Secret Life of Bees by Sue Monk Kidd. I bought this mainly because Leslie over at the Nerdy Narrative and Kate at the Literary Apothecary loved it so much. I needed to see what it's about. So I'm looking forward to reading it. I've really enjoyed some of the historical fiction that I've read around this time period and place in the world, which is South Carolina and around 1964. So I'm really interested to see what this is about and why all the love. The next two I'm going to do together, and this is an author I was recently introduced to this year. I loved their work so much that I bought a few of their books to read, and that is Ernest Hemingway, The Islands in the Stream, as well as Fiesta, The Sun Also Rises. I wanted to read more from this author. I loved his writing style and the way he told the stories. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to reading more of these. Now, I believe Fiesta, The Sun Also Rises was a recommendation to me from Kate at the Literary Apothecary, so I might pick that one up first out of these two. The next one is a copy I found at the used bookstore, though this is a new copy, and the reason being that it's a local author who dropped off signed copies for customers to purchase, and that is Garden of the Dead by Alan McCarville. This is a new author to me, and I wanted to support someone local, which was also fun. It's not my typical genre that I read as well, which is a paranormal murder mystery type thing, and it's short, so I'll be able to fit it in between some of my chunkier books. But yeah, I just love the idea of supporting independent authors. And I mean, for a signed copy of someone local, I don't often meet Canadian authors. I think this is probably my second. So yeah, I just wanted to read someone local, support them, and try something different. The last one in today's video is a genre that I don't typically read often, but I was really interested by the topic of it, and that is Upheaval by Jared Diamond. So from what I understand, this is an exploration of how our world responds in crisis situations. Considering the last few years, we've seen a bit of that, but I'd like to see more information about that topic, how this author explores it, as I've heard really good things about this book in particular. And yeah, I just wanted to learn more. So that is the end of part 2 in this book haul. I'm not sure if I'm going to do another part, though I didn't include any of the ebooks that I've picked up recently, and I probably should. So maybe there will be a part 3, we'll have to see. But I'd love to hear from you guys. What are some books that you've hauled lately and you are excited to read? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and take care of yourselves.